In the months since the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Season 14 reunion aired, not much has changed between Garcelle Beauvais and Sutton Stracke, who experienced a friendship fallout around that time. In a recent profile in Variety, Garcelle revealed that since the reunion, she hasn't spoken with her one-time bestie Sutton. When asked if she sees herself stepping back into RHOBH anytime soon, Garcelle noted, "Not anytime soon." The RHOBH Season 14 reunion marked a moment of change for Garcelle, who also confirmed her exit from the show in March, ahead of Part 1 airing. Garcelle also later went on to unfollow several ladies in the RHOBH group on social media, including Sutton. How Sutton Stracke reacted to her issues with Garcelle Beauvais. In May, Sutton addressed her falling out with Garcelle during an appearance on the SiriusXM radio show Jeff Lewis Live. During the appearance, she issued an apology to Garcelle. "I'm sorry for that. I would never want to hurt Garcelle intentionally, so I'm sorry she feels that way, and I'm sorry it went down like that," Sutton shared in the spring. She continued at the time, "I hope that I can rectify things later. Sometimes I think when you're really close with someone and you get hurt in the relationship, sometimes you need some time away to heal. I'm hoping that we can rectify and fix everything." Weeks prior to that, in April, Sutton also addressed Garcelle's unfollowing her on social media. "Garcelle has chosen to unfollow all of the housewives," she told Page 6. At the time, she was still following Jennifer Tilly and Kathy Hilton on Instagram, and that remains the case currently. "I can only imagine that she needs a clean break right now. I love her and am giving her the space she needs." Garcelle Beauvais explains her RHOBH exit. In March, when Garcelle announced her departure from RHOBH, she said in a statement, "It's been a wild ride. I mean, some amazing things have happened, and some hard things have also happened, but it's been a ride nevertheless." She went on to explain her decision to focus on other projects as well as her twin sons, Jax and Jaid Nylon, as they embark on a milestone in their lives in school and beyond, with Jaid also starting his modeling career. She said, "Their last year of high school is next year, and I want to be a part of that. And Jaid is starting a new career, and I want to be a part of that too." Garcelle concluded her statement, "It's not goodbye, it's see you later. So, see you later." Garcelle Beauvais' life seemed to take on a new rhythm, one less about diamonds and drama, and more about family, growth, and rediscovery. After years of being at the center of RHOBH's whirlwind of emotions, she found herself embracing the quieter moments she once longed for. The cameras had stopped rolling, the confessional lights dimmed, and for the first time at a long time, Garcelle was able to exhale. But just because she stepped away from the chaos didn't mean the world stopped watching. Her decision to leave the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills sparked waves across the Bravo fanbase. Many praised her for knowing when to walk away, while others speculated whether deeper wounds, like her falling out with Sutton Stracke, played a bigger role than she admitted publicly. Garcelle's new chapter. Since exiting the show, Garcelle has shifted her focus back to her acting and producing career. Variety's profile hinted at a new chapter she was crafting, one that would see her stepping behind the camera more often. She'd recently signed on as an executive producer for a docuseries exploring the complexities of Hollywood for women of color, an idea that had been brewing since her memoir, Love Me As I Am, became a bestseller. "I realized that I wanted to tell stories that heal, not hurt," Garcelle told the magazine, her tone calm but resolute. "Reality TV gave me a platform, but it also took a lot out of me. Now I want to pour my energy into things that fill me back up." Meanwhile, life at home was shifting too. Her twin sons, Jax and Jaid Nylon, were preparing for their final year of high school, a milestone that Garcelle described as bittersweet. Jaid had recently signed with a modeling agency, landing his first campaign with a Los Angeles-based fashion brand, while Jax was exploring film school options on the East Coast. "They're growing into men," Garcelle said in a recent Instagram Live. "It's emotional, but I'm so proud. I didn't want to look back and realize I missed it all because I was chasing camera time." The fallout that lingers. While Garcelle was thriving in her newfound independence, her absence left a noticeable void in the Beverly Hills circle, and not just for viewers. Sutton Stracke, once her confidant and closest ally on the show, seemed to still carry the weight of their friendship's fracture. Insiders close to production shared that Sutton had reached out to Garcelle several times over the summer, sending private messages and even a handwritten note, but hadn't received a response. One source claimed Garcelle appreciated the effort, but wasn't ready to reopen that door just yet. She still loves Sutton, the source revealed to People, but Garcelle feels that too much happened, both on and off camera. It wasn't just one fight, it was layers of misunderstanding that built up over time. She's choosing peace for now. For Sutton, the absence of reconciliation was hard to ignore. During a recent charity gala in Beverly Hills, she was asked about Garcelle's new direction. Her answer was diplomatic but tinged with emotion. "She's doing incredible things, and I'll always be proud of her," Sutton said, her southern drawl softening her words. "I miss her. I think when two strong women have a falling out, it takes time to mend. I'm still hopeful, though." Beverly Hills without Garcelle. As RHOBH began filming season 15, fans noticed the dynamic felt different. Without Garcelle's grounded energy and sharp yet compassionate perspective, the group's balance shifted. Viewers had often praised her as the voice of reason, especially during chaotic moments. Producers reportedly approached Garcelle with cameo offers, but she declined, politely but firmly. "I've closed that chapter," she told The Hollywood Reporter. "If I go back, it has to be for something real, not for ratings." Still, her presence was felt everywhere. Old clips resurfaced across social media, her iconic one-liners, her powerful confrontations, and the moments she stood up for herself and others. Fans flooded her comment sections, urging her to come back and fix Beverly Hills. "I'll never say never," she teased during an appearance on The Talk, "but right now, my focus is my kids, my projects, and my peace. That's my storyline." Healing and reflection. Over the summer, Garcelle took a well-deserved break, traveling to the Caribbean with her sons and close friends. Photos from the trip showed her radiant, barefoot on the sand, hair loose, eyes bright. In one caption, she wrote, "Peace looks good on me." Those who knew her best said the change was remarkable. "She's lighter," one friend shared. "When you're constantly surrounded by cameras and drama, you start living in a state of defense." She's let that go. But even as she moved forward, there were subtle signs that part of her missed the connection she once shared with Sutton. During an interview on Access Hollywood, when asked if she believed the friendship could ever be repaired, Garcelle hesitated, just for a moment. "I think time heals everything, but I also believe space teaches you what you need to know. I'll always wish Sutton the best." Sutton's journey of accountability. Meanwhile, Sutton continued to reflect publicly on her part in the fallout. In a candid conversation on her YouTube series, Sutton's Closet Confessions, she opened up about friendship, forgiveness, and growth. "I think sometimes we let cameras, pressure, and pride get in the way of real connection. I take responsibility for my part in that. I wish I'd handled things differently." She then added with a small smile, "If Garcelle ever wants to have a glass of wine and talk it out, my door's open, preferably rosé." Fans immediately took notice, flooding the comments with pleas for a reunion between the two women, not on RHOBH, but in real life. "We don't need Bravo. We just need Garcelle and Sutton at a lunch table with no cameras." The road ahead. As fall approached, Garcelle's schedule grew even busier. Her production company had secured a deal with a major streaming platform, and she was in talks to direct her first short film. In interviews, she often mentioned that leaving RHOBH allowed her to rediscover her voice, not as a reality star, but as a storyteller. "I want my legacy to be about authenticity, and sometimes authenticity means walking away from what doesn't serve you anymore."